jump on it. My shadow. Shadow. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I got the name, or not the name, the lyrics wrong. I just found that out, people, right before we started the show. I've been saying shadow this whole time. It's actually saddle. Which makes, dude, that makes so much more sense because it's called pony, you know? Like, it's not like ponies see a bunch of shadows. I feel so fucking stupid. Anyways.
I mean, if someone's riding them, I'm pretty sure they see double shadow.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. Maybe maybe it's like a lamp is on and it's like in the corner or whatever and it's just like creating a silhouette or something. I don't know. Anyways, guys, speaking of, we put the silly in silhouette. So funny. Anyways, though, guys, Double Toast pre-show. Hello, how you guys doing? Corey is doing an animated movie today called, I think, Over the Moon or Over the something. I don't know what the fuck it's called, but he's doing that today for the review, and we are here to talk about all the other things happening on in the world. Bad Boy saying hola, Chris Ayers saying hey guys, and oh, we got JD Pan over here. I'm glad to see you so often over here now, man. Really appreciate that. He's saying Shadow the Hedgehog. Here's the thing, unpopular probably opinion here. I gotta tell you, I think that Shadow the Hedgehog's pretty cool. I like him.
Well, I mean, you're not alone in that opinion. There's a lot of Sonic fans that find him cool. He's just edgy.
Yeah, I like the chat saying Bill. Bill, not the typo. Yeah, today, dude, lots of you guys who probably follow Double Toast on YouTube, which, by the way, if you guys do follow Double Toast on YouTube, especially Double Toasted Bites, it directly helps me out, so please subscribe to Double Toasted stuff anytime you guys get a chance to do that. But today, one of the other editors, I'm not going to name the person, but most of you guys probably know who he is, he uploaded a video and literally just called it Bill. So I don't know what the fuck was going on with that. Bill Nye the Science Guy. I actually used to love that fucking song back in the day. But yeah, it was fixed right away. But I even called Corey. I was like, hey man, like, you know, the fucking video is just called Bill. And he's like, let me double check. I'm like, okay, I didn't just see the thing called Bill. And then literally like just a couple phone calls later, he calls me back. He's like, hey man, did you make that go live? I'm just like, dude, did I go on there and just like purposely make this shit go live just so we look like the big dumbasses? Like, I already fucked up with Orlando Bloom and everything. I'm not gonna do that again. And that was my own mistake. But this one was definitely not me, guys. And yeah, just know that mistakes do happen. And next time, before you make them fucking jokes, if you guys can, make sure to message kcoolmans@gmail.com. Let them know when things like that arise over there on the Double Toasted YouTube platforms and all that good stuff. But Bad Boy saying Shadow the Hedgehog is cool if you respell that to Rogue the Bat. Is that what it actually means? Have you? I don't even.
No, Rogue the Bat is the character.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Holy shit!
It's a bat, not a hedgehog.
For real?
She's the one with the big titties.
Oh yeah, I know her. Not as plain. Dude, you don't want to put like, you know how people like that Bugs Bunny girl from Space Jam. What's her name? Lola.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made her all sexual. It's like, don't put titties on a character that I've already been like cool with. Like, she's just like Bugs Bunny. I don't want to fuck Bugs Bunny. Like, what the hell are you doing? So yeah, I really wish it would stop doing that.
You can watch the what is it, the Looney Tunes show where they change the character.
What do they do in Looney Tunes? Like, what are you talking about? You talking about like when Bugs is like dressing in drag and everything?
No, they have Lola Bunny in there. She just acts crazy as shit.
But did they make her all sexualized? Because she was like, I'm gonna be honest, when I was a kid, I wasn't getting boners yet. But okay, when I was a kid, I didn't get boners yet, but I kind of had a crush on Lola Bunny just a little bit. But I was a young kid.
Most people do. Like, if it's not Lola Bunny, it was it was Jessica Rabbit, and if it wasn't that, it was fucking, was it Nala from fucking Lion King, or one of the other Disney princesses, or something else.
I think that they were trying too hard with Jessica Rabbit. Like, they tried way too hard to make her extra sexual, like the way she talks. Hey there, it's like, all right, Jesus, like, get off. All right, fuck. Like, it was a little much. I like it when it's like, you know, I had to like question myself, am I weird for liking this? Like, that's the kind of sexy I like. You know what I mean? When you gotta like think about it. They're saying Holly from Cool World. Man, Cool World, that's a fucking movie for you.
That movie's fucking terrible, but I like Holly's design.
Are you serious? Let me look this up.
Yeah, her design's great.
I can't remember Holly. Let me see.
Although I like pinup styles though, so that might be why.
Yeah, because I don't remember too much about this movie. I just remember that it was a little rough. Yeah, she's not too bad. You know, is this her? A little thick?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not too bad. It's not gonna show any like titties or anything, is it? If I keep scrolling.
No.
Okay. All right. I'm kind of scared. Yeah. No, she looks hot. Honestly though, I still think that's a little too much for Twitch. I don't know why. I just feel like maybe like there's just nothing but kids watching or something. So I'm gonna stop showing that. But yeah, they're saying it's PG-13. Still though, man, sometimes PG-13 be saying and doing things that are kind of like. Bad Boy saying she's a cycle stalker in that show. He loved it. JJ Panda saying, yeah, she was funny. Kristen Wiig played her, I think. Oh, really? I didn't even know that. And Mauricio, I like how you're starting this off, man, saying Monster Hunter. Yeah, that's a big fucking thing they're going to be talking about today. Actually, Jet, do you think we should kind of get right into that?
I mean, if you want.
If I want. Well, I don't know. Because here's the thing, man. For one, I forgot to turn off my ad blocker, so I got to wait for these ads to finish. Ads. Son of a bitch. We gonna turn this fucking ads back on, or the ad blocker back on, because that's just too annoying. You know what I mean? I'm getting nothing out of this. You know? Give me some money for once, you fucking ads. Here's the thing, though, guys. Here it goes. Now I can actually play the fucking thing. But this is the trailer, not the teaser. That's one of the biggest things that everybody was talking about recently is a teaser, and it's not even close to a trailer. But this right here. Good old Monster Hunter. Firstly, even though I know it's a bunch of silly CGI shit, I just want to say that I enjoyed where everyone traveled into that little storm of darkness and craziness. It reminded me of Kong Skull Island. Remember when all the troopers and soldiers are like going into I don't know if it was like another dimension or something.
Was Kong Skull Island the recent one that came out?
Yeah, in 2018.
Never saw it.
What? You never seen it?
No.
Oh my god, I can't believe that. There's a scene. God, dude. I'm gonna just type in Kong Skull Island Storm. Yeah, and it actually comes in. Holy shit. But this right here is beautiful. This could be a background to your like wallpaper or whatever. Or I think I said that wrong. It doesn't matter. Here's the thing though, man. All of our main characters. Huh?
Windows screensaver?
There you go. Yeah, exactly. But it's scary because the thing is too. Oh, that's part of the script. Jesus Christ. But yeah, you play basically in first person here, you know, or not play. You watch the movie in first person, and these guys actually go right into there, and you hear dialogue of like, man, lots of the winds are you know fucking getting all crazy right now. Holy shit, like we can't see where we're going. Soldier, what do we do? What do we do? We can't see. Blah blah blah. And then as soon as you get into the clouds and all the dirt, the dust, and all that craziness over there, it starts lightning like crazy, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this big motherfucker shows up and just starts knocking down the helicopter, screaming, and just scaring the shit out of anyone who's watching this. And here's the thing, we're watching Kong Skull Island thinking that he's like the hero. We love him. We've been following Kong for our entire life of watching movies, basically, because he's fucking...
Kong, his fucking slong.
Big Don, all that shit. But the thing is, though, it's like, it's really threatening, and you barely see the monster. And Kong, you know, we're going to see him pretty often throughout this entire movie. It's literally based off of him. You know, he's like our main character. But the fact that still there's a scene in this movie that has suspense, and they don't do something where Godzilla, like in Godzilla movies, you see his back or you see him like on a small TV or whatever, and even though it's like making it mysterious still, you feel like you've been gypped a little bit, like, hey, why can't I see more? But with Kong here, there's lots of things happening. You still see him later on in the movie, and there's a mystery of how he looks. So when you go into this weird, crazy storm here, it's really, really cool. And that's what I noticed about the trailer for Monster Hunter, where I'm like, I don't know the context of why there's a storm. Obviously, it's going to lead them to go into some portal or something. But this looks really, really interesting. It's almost like, is this what makes the big connection where people can come right back into you know, our realm from the Monster Hunter, you know, expeditions and whatnot? Like, what do you think that even means right there, Jet?
It's probably going to be some fucking bullshit. Like, oh, the Elder Dragon basically opened up a portal, and right when all these army soldiers were going this certain way, and they got teleported into this world.
Yeah. And you say that like, oh, it's probably some dumb shit like that. I think that's kind of cool.
I mean, it's probably going to be something like that. That's how all Monster Hunter games are. The Elder Dragons did something. My
whole thing too, because and by the way, Chris Ayers saying I was thinking the lace of Skull Island and more of a hybrid of Resident Evil and Land of the Lost. I never seen Land of the Lost, but I can't remember anything with Resident Evil that mess around with you know, like dimensions really. I mean, granted, when you get into Resident Evil Afterlife and Revelations, it gets a little crazy like that. But for the most part, you know, this I think that if you can still have these characters grounded in reality and then also grounded into this other dimension where all the monsters are, that could be pretty cool. You know what I mean? And then just the idea of dealing with storms. And here's the biggest thing, and I've always said this since 2014, I've been saying this. I think that movies that showcase storms are always like a benchmark for what the next CGI effects are going to be, the next special effects. You noticed this with Twister back in 1996. You noticed this with Into the Storm. Every time a big tentpole movie like that comes out, like the next 3 years is a complete like evolution of special effects in movies. And I'm very, very curious to see if this is going to be the movie that pushes it along, because Geostorm tried to be that, and it totally was not that. Like, Geostorm looked like shit, and I think lots of people, gave it shit because of that. Not to mention the story was pretty bad, too. But yeah, man, I'm looking at this right away. I was kind of sold on just like the whole storm aspect of this thing. But yeah, man, I'm looking at this too, though. One thing I will say here about the trailer is that it definitely reeks of Paul W.S. Anderson syndrome, where like there's moments where people they say matter of fact quotes like, oh, this is way above my pay grade, and I don't know, man. I know that this is based on a video game, it's supposed to be fun, but do you think that the humor is a little too obvious there, Jet?
So the thing about the Monster Hunter games, they always have like that very, very like slight bit of humor in there. It's never anything like ha 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 funny, but it's just kind of like, it's kind of funny. The jokes in here, I mean, I'll forgive them, even though they're kind of bad. Some of the jokes in Monster Hunter were kind of bad, though.
No, I mean,
So I mean, I can excuse it.
I'll excuse it to an extent, but I just feel like this has never really been a thing that worked with Paul W.S. Anderson. Like, he did that with the first Mortal Kombat movie, and he did that with pretty much all the Resident Evil movies. But I think the only time it really worked was Resident Evil Apocalypse, where Mike Epps, who plays Day-Day on Next Friday, and he's a stand-up comedian, etc. Mike Epps is the one who actually was able to take that comedic atmosphere and continue it on and do something cool with it, because that's his wheelhouse. That's what he does. To the point where Resident Evil Apocalypse almost became a little bit of like a Mike Epps vehicle. Like, that's a character who's not even in the video games, and Resident Evil Extinction, they actually focused a lot on Mike Epps, and he wasn't funny at all in that fucking third movie. So, I'm looking at something like this, and I'm like, I don't see a character who could be as funny as Mike Epps. I don't see any like really well-known stand-up comedians or.
Why is T.I. in here?
Oh, really? So I didn't know that was T.I. I'm stupid. What are your thoughts on that, though? I mean, is that about you?
Why is he here?
Because I'm sure he's gonna bring his audiences with him to watch this fucking movie. I think it'll make a big difference as far as marketing goes. I'm just saying, it's T.I. Everyone knows T.I. Even people who don't like fucking that kind of music, whatever, they love T.I. Or they know T.I. Quite a bit.
You didn't recognize him.
Well, I didn't recognize him, but at the same time, it's like this dude's not wearing bling bling and nice clothes. He's like in a desert and dirt all over him and shit. Like, I don't know. It could be anyone. By the way, Marissa said, did you or Jet see Event Horizon? I have not.
Nope.
I have not. I know that Dr. Grant from Jurassic Park is in there, and I actually did want to watch it just because of him, Sam Neill. But then again, it's like, I don't know. They're saying, remember, T.I. said something about his daughter. Yeah, T.I. was saying some shit about how he goes to his doctor's, what do you call that doctor? It's not a proctologist, but it's in the other direction.
The gynecologist.
Gynecologist, there you go. But yeah, he like did something where he was like making sure that her cherry wasn't popped or something. It was like some really weird, uncomfortable shit.
That's weird ass shit. He's a weirdo.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, why is he here?
Yeah, Bad Boy saying Event Horizon is kind of like Lovecraft in space. And here's the thing about that too, man. I don't like H.P. Lovecraft's monsters and everything. But let's get right into that too, though, because this is definitely not about Lovecraft or H.P. Lovecraft or whatever the fuck his name is. This has nothing to do with that stuff, but I guarantee you that they took some ideas from some of his fucking monster ideas. And I'm looking at this. I saw some creatures on here. They look like insects, like big giant insects. But what monster do you feel like was missing from this trailer, Jet? And what do you feel about the monsters that they showed? Because they showed Diablos. They showed either Rathian or Rathalos. But yeah, what would you say about what they showed here?
I mean, the fact that they showed Rathian and Rathalos, like, well, one of the two is already a staple. So as long as they got those two, they're good.
Yeah, because just so you guys know, because I'm gonna show a picture here.
Corinne, the Elder Dragon. I feel like if they don't put that in there, I mean that's an Elder Dragon that's been in literally all the games. I feel like if they don't put that one in there, it's gonna be kind of a.
Yeah, because as you guys can see here, this is a picture. It's probably not a great picture, to be honest. It doesn't look that great. It's kind of like jumbled all over.
There's one like right below there.
Right here.
Put down. Like the one in the middle.
Oh, right here? Yeah, this is a Rathian.
The side. Yeah, right there.
Okay, maybe there's a lag or something because it doesn't make sense.
Oh, you know what? I'm actually looking at the actual like Twitch screen because you had it at first.
Oh, no. The Twitch screen is going to be completely different. Like, it's going to be like, wait seconds and delayed.
Yeah, that's the one in the middle that you were already on.
Yeah, but I'm looking at this though. I don't know who's considered more of a bigger character. Because I forgot how it was playing Monster Hunter World, and granted, Monster Hunter World is going to do something a little bit different than the other games did. But I think that the red one looks more threatening to me.
Well, that
But
one's always like usually stronger.
okay, so that's the case then. I don't remember there really being like a color to one of the dragons in the movie, and this could be a Transformers
Also,
issue.
like in that picture right there, it says Rathian versus Rathalos. That's a Tigrex. Tigrex.
Oh, for real?
In that picture right there.
I don't even know. But look at this though. Like this is a Rathian apparently. Um,
Yeah.
I wish like all these are way too like ugly looking. Like they don't like I can't
Well,
see
that one
anything.
that you're on is basically like the one straight from the Monster Hunter World.
Yeah, here's another picture of here. But yeah, granted, like every single one of these shots, by the way, in this fucking this Google image search, it's just bad. Like it just doesn't make sense why they have it like this, especially considering these characters are so popular. But as far as what I'm saying though, man, I feel like both of those dragons should not be in this movie. I think there should only be one. But correct me if I'm wrong, both of them are in this trailer. Like there's one
I
that's.
honestly could not tell.
Do you feel like this is a little bit of Transformers syndrome, where basically they want to make them look so realistic that just looks like a bunch of bundled up craziness? Like the robots are all like they look like a bunch of junk, like metal junk. And maybe with here they're trying to make them look ominous, so you can't really tell if it's red or black or green.
Honestly, in this trailer, the one thing I actually liked the most was the monster designs.
Really? Which I mean, I
I
can't
mean, there's
disagree.
nothing else to look fucking forward to.
Wait, you don't want to see Mila Djokovic?
No.
This is Diablos right here. I'm about to show you guys. Now, this, as far as I'm concerned, in Monster Hunter World, you have to play quite a bit of the game to get to this point. He's actually a pretty big, very important monster. I don't think they should have showed him in this first movie. Like, I'm not even talking about the trailer. I'm talking about the movie itself. He should not have been in this movie.
I mean, considering where they are in the desert, and he usually like digs underground, shit, and makes him like way more threatening. I feel like it fits.
Yeah, because just so you guys know, too, this is the way he looks in the video game. This motherfucker is horrifying in the video game. I mean, he fucks you up. And you fight him after you've already fought the Rathalos and the Rathian. You know what I mean? Or then again, I'm probably getting confused with the Black Diablos.
I
And
mean, they're both like really annoying.
yeah, you know. But like you look over here too, though, man. This guy's actually pretty threatening. Oh, thank you for them bits. Mike, let me read actually what he said over here, because I love these so very much. He's All Elite Wrestling NXT Ron Diaz. Well, my name's
No
not Ron.
relation.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, my name's Ron, I guess. Oh, he's saying R on Diaz. Oh, thank you. Said Ron Diaz. Wouldn't it be a terrible name for me? But anyways, yeah, man. Hopefully it's actually a pretty good show, though. Mike. If there's anything that you think that's worth noting, go ahead and come back in here and let me know what's going on with those shows, okay? And I could definitely comment on that stuff. Bad Boy saying, Narga Kuga is my favorite because it's basically a big bat dragon. Are you familiar with that, Chet?
Yeah, we can't remember. Were they in Monster Hunter World?
I don't remember seeing that in
I
there.
believe. Actually, I believe so. They were.
The Narga Kuga. Ooh, this looks fucking threatening as shit. Look at that fucking ugly son of a bitch.
That look ugly.
Yeah, he looks like a. I don't know. Oh, he's
Oh,
an
yeah, they're an
Iceborne DLC.
Iceborne.
Yeah.
Maybe I was thinking about Monster Hunter.
Why does he look like a bat dragon?
He is.
Yeah.
Well, shit, I'm ahead of the curve then.
Yeah, that's Ganja, by the way. But
Hi,
yeah,
y'all.
yeah, I'm looking over here though. God damn, I won't want to fight this fucking guy. I'm wondering, if you can, bad boy, just to help me out here, let me know what his powers are in Iceborne, because I have not played against him, so I have no idea what he does.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought y'all talking about like mythical creatures because I read that as Nicaragua on the top, and I was like, "Oh, cool, y'all talking about cryptoids? Like we talking about like fucking Bigfoot and shit. Let's do this."
Water.
But yeah, this fucking thing though, he does look pretty threatening, and I think it's pretty cool that you actually brought him up because people don't really bring up other characters other than the Rathalos, Rathian, all that shit. But
Well,
yeah.
they tend to not bring up ones that aren't in Monster Hunter world.
Austin, what's up, Austin?
Yeah, good old awesome Nick over there in the chat. Is that what you're talking about? Because I actually didn't even see a.
Yeah, I just saw him pop up, so I want to say hi to him.
Oh, okay. Austin saying in humanoids. I don't know what that is. I wonder if that's in the fucking.
I think there are humanoids that are inhuman. Oh,
Oh, well, that's interesting.
well, you gotta figure out context clues and shit.
But yeah, the one thing I do want to say though, as far as Monster Hunter goes, and as far as this movie goes, is I want to see this big bad motherfucker right here. This, people, is the Fire T-Rex. He is the Anjanath. This motherfucker is awesome. And I think the reason why I really want to see him, not to mention just the fact that I love T-Rexes, but I think if you have him running around trying to kill our main characters, there's definitely an audience that may be who may not be into the franchise. And while Jurassic Park is pissing people off and Godzilla isn't doing shit, this could be the thing to win those fans over, even though they're not fans of Monster Hunter. Like, imagine if a teaser trailer came out and it's like Mila Djokovic walks up to something, it's like, you know, and fucking T-Rex sound, he just comes out blowing fire up his ass, whatever.
I wonder if they're straight up just gonna keep it from like monsters that were in Monster Hunter World, or like bringing some like from the previous Monster Hunter games that didn't make it through like the world.
That's the thing, is like, because I guess storyline wise you would want to start off with like the earlier games, but then it's like, how many people even knew that franchise? And I'm not trying to like talk shit or say like no one gives a fuck.
Big ass franchise.
It's big, but it's big like in. And I'm not.
It's more in Japan.
Yeah, that's
no,
what
it's actually really big here too.
Recently, but like
no, actually beforehand too. Like all the games have been here. It's just one of those big things that are kind of, you know, not what's the word? It's still really big here, but not
niche.
Yeah, maybe niche is the best word.
And Living Thought, thank you for subscribing on YouTube. Really appreciate it, sir. Get that Charmander dancing his fucking ass off.
Go Charmander, go Charmander, go.
But yeah, man. Another thing I want to bring up too, and it's not about monsters. It's just this thing that I think has really haunted all these video game adaptations. But what they really need not to do, this girl right here, the biggest thing they need to avoid is making Mila Djokovic a huge standout. I think that's something that they tried to do plenty of times, and audiences have proven again and again that they are not taking a bait with her. The only person I feel that is more interested in Mila Djokovic is Paul Anderson himself. That's why he's always playing her in these fucking movies. And it's just like, dude, like,
aren't they like married still?
Yeah, they're married still. But I think that's the problem here is like, you know, it's a bias that he's forcing down our throats. We're not biased. We're not married to her. And
Ryan, I got you. Blue Lagoon.
Huh?
I was gonna say Rob Zombie and his wife and everything.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, Sherry Moon Zombie's on fucking everything. And you can tell, like, there's times where it just doesn't make sense, like, how much he's in it. Like, that Halloween 2 remake was fucking ridiculous. And it's because Rob Zombie, I guess, has a fetish for his wife wearing gray hair or something. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
We were watching a trailer for one of the new Rob Zombie movies. And Roxy just goes, we get it. You like to see other people fuck your wife.
Yeah. Like, no, but, like, legit. It's like a fucking...
That's basically it. Like, hey, you gotta pay $20 to watch this man fuck my wife on the big screen.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, man. But I don't know. Aside from this, I think it looks pretty cool. I do disagree with lots of the choices they made for here, especially just even showing the Diablos. I know there's a fire dog coming over there, all this other shit.
They got to show some of these monsters.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I'm gonna watch it.
True.
Well, that's the only reason anyone's gonna watch this, to be honest.
Yeah, big time. I also don't like that shit right here, like the rocket launcher thingy. People were complaining earlier about like, oh, does it have to be about the United States government and they're getting stuck in this thing? It's gonna be one of those like pro-America, like let's do it, like fucking army pride, military, and it's like
some fun.
It has to happen just so people can relate to somebody. Like what the fuck, you know? And then with the rocket launchers, there's a part of Mila Djokovic has like these fiery knives or whatever, like cutting someone, and I thought it looked kind of cool. It looks a little fantastical, but like, if you get sucked into a portal or whatever, like, how the fuck did you get your hands on a goddamn rocket launcher?
Unless they had it already.
Maybe, but then it's like, she shoots at the Diablos and he's still going after her. It's like, did she not kill him? Like, with the rocket launcher?
Well, I mean, think about the regular game, like when they, like, shoot these big-ass monsters.
That's true, yeah. I'm wondering if it's going to be PG-13 or not. It does say, by the way, that it's going to be in theaters. I'm going to be honest, guys, I don't think it's going to be in the movie theaters. I think that this shit's going to...
It doesn't come out like in December?
Yep, December of next year.
That shit got a bad chance coming out in VR nowadays.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Xbox or PlayStation.
Wait, did you say December of next year?
Mm-hmm.
Comes out next year?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, It may actually come out of theaters. Everyone wears their masks. We start taking really hygienic methods into cleaning our hands and our environments, and all Americans look out for each other collectively. I
Good
think we
luck
can
with
actually
that.
pull it
Chris
off.
Ayers actually corrected me. He said this year. Yeah, Ryan did that
Man,
too. But really quick.
I kept saying next year over and over, just like, huh?
Wait, no, it can't come out this year, guys. There's no way this is coming out this year. There is no fucking way. They literally was Oh, wow, by the way, I just looked this up. I literally stopped in my tracks. December 1st, 2005. Yo, this movie is actually a retro film. It came out 15 years ago.
It's one of those that were like completed a long time ago. They just left it in the vault because they just felt like, it's not time to release this movie yet.
Let's see this shit. I know it's in the trailer, but December 30th, it's not fucking coming out this year, guys.
It's coming out this year.
There's no way. I'll put fucking $50 down that this is
You
not
want to make a
coming out this
bet?
year. Yeah, I'll make a bet.
And I'm by the way, I'm a quarter Native American, so this is actually legal gambling now. Yeah, I'll take you on this.
All right, yeah, $50
For the culture.
right now.
For
People,
the culture.
clip this shit so we can actually go back to here. Because I really need.
I
$50.
say it's going to come out, but it's going to go VOD and not in the theaters.
By the way, too, just to put this out here, I had a bet with Julian and Gers too about The Last of Us 2 coming out in summer, and you're like, oh no, they're not going to do that. They're not even done making it. It's like, no, they don't have all the physical copies done yet. It's fucking done. And they argue with me, and I was right about that shit. And I was right about fucking what's that movie or that game, Cyberpunk 2077. I told you that shit was going to be fucking delayed to the end of the year.
Yeah, but I wanted that game to come out. See, there's a difference. It's not because I didn't doubt you. It's because I wanted you to be wrong so I could play the game.
Well, we're going to get that soon, though, so we'll be fine.
Yeah, well, now it's had more fucking editing time, which, you know what, at this point, I don't know about you, Diaz, but I'm getting to the point now that I look at my younger kid self that just wanted games to come out for the sake of them coming out so I could play them. And I think he's a fucking idiot as a kid. I think at this point we should give game developers whatever time they need in order to develop the next fucking banger console game that's going to come out. Because I'm getting tired of these just re-releases of the same fucking crap I played. And anything that has any kind of original like goal in mind, they get killed by either crunch time or the fact they have a deadline to reach. That's arbitrary and it's mostly designed to keep the trust babies happy that run the company. Well, honestly, Grand Theft Auto coming out on the PS4 or not PS4, PS5, see, like
it's egregious as fuck.
It is, but like I have no problem with it if we're gonna get a new Grand Theft Auto with a new console. Like, what if they're doing that to push down the development time of Grand Theft Auto 6 so they can put more shit into it?
Well, that would be fine and everything, but it's just one thing I really hate about it too is the fact that like people keep making excuses for some of these developers. Like Watch Dogs Legion is coming out October 29th this month, and the cool thing about that is like, we've been waiting for this game for so long. They had so many things they're gonna do and blah blah blah. It's gonna be the big open world, blah blah blah. But then like I've already seen comments saying like, oh man, I can't wait for the first DLC to come out, and then like when these patches come out, it's gonna be this, that, and the other. And I'm like, dude, this game needs to be good when it comes out. This whole Corona thing, Watch Dogs Legion was already being showcased fucking like the middle of 2019. There is no excuse. This needs to fucking work when it comes out. Last of Us 2 just did a patch literally 2 weeks ago. I haven't even played the fucking game really in the last like month or two. And I go in there and it's still doing patches. I'm like, dude, like it's a campaign-driven game. It's a single-player experience. And you guys still gotta keep fucking changing things with this? Like, come on. Like, get it right. If Cyberpunk 2077 is not like fucking loved right away, I give up. I'm not gonna do a No Man's Sky.
I'm worried that it's gonna be loved because people have developed Stockholm syndrome with it. That they're just gonna love it for the sake that it's actually out now and it's in their hands. Yeah. And like it can do anything. Like, oh, bro, X means jump. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude. No, Cyberpunk 2077 could be a really cool game, but you get these big aspirations. There's another game that's survival.
Is it true that you can design your Schmeat in that game?
That doesn't even matter. Like, if that's the case,
it does matter because, like, there's development time to went into that Schmeat design game that's in a game. Like, is there a reason to do it? Is it 100% for, like, the idea, the fact that, like, yeah, I can do my penis any size or any color I want? Does it take place in the story? Is 100% aesthetics? Like, this all makes sense because what if development times can't have because they want to do something stupid like that shit?
Yeah, you might say, yeah, there's no machine guns and rocket launchers in Monster Hunter. This is a bunch of shit, in my opinion. No, there is. There's machine guns and rocket launchers.
Not really machine guns, but there's bows and the gun lance counts as a gun, and they sort of do something like that. But I mean, it's not
I will say though, like if they did do exactly Monster Hunter World, and haven't played most of the other Monster Hunter games, they can play like a little bit of one of them a long time ago. But I don't like in Monster Hunter World where I have like a fucking bow and arrow, it's going brrrr, and shooting shit like it's a fucking straight up machine gun. It's like, this is fucking stupid. Yeah, I mean, it feels dumb. It's like, how is that happening? I know it's like there's magic and there's big creatures and there's all this crazy fantastical shit, but it's like, you can't just give me a gun. Like, you know, it's like it wouldn't fit your.
You're gonna really use just the regular gun on that big old monster that's shielded.
But it's already kind of crazy though. It's like, we already are doing fantastical shit. If you give me a gun in a world where it doesn't have technology like that, I'm not gonna ask questions. You got fucking dragons coming after me, and doing a bunch of crazy shit.
In the regular Monster Hunter games, they basically have like weapons that are kind of like rocket launchers, but those are for like special elder dragons. How they have cannons and shit.
Yeah, JT Pan, imagine doing crunch at your job so the dig physics are on point.
Now you know why they want a union.
Yeah, dude. Like, the thing is though, is like I'm telling you guys, like you're getting emotions mixed up in a business, and business has always been this way. That's why the good shit has always come out a long time ago, and people didn't want to like have social media run rampant. I'm telling you. If they start treating those employees better, you're going to get shitty games. And they're not going to go easy on your wallets. You're going to pay more and more for less and less, and they're already making people think that that's okay. There's a fucking shit where you buy a game, and because the year is 2020, the game just doesn't work. Yeah, I'm referring to WWE 2K20. And the thing is, people are like, oh man, well, they'll patch it up. It's like, how about be mad? It don't work because the year. I think that's enough reason to fucking like throw your controller down and say, what the fuck? But, you know, in 2020, it's like, oh, well, hey, you know what? Gaming always beats me up all the fucking time, but, like, I love him. You know, everyone's an abused fucking housewife with this goddamn industry. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Fucking
because as LL just mentioned, imagine doing crunch time at your job to make a dick on point.
Yeah, and his name's, well, that's a J.
On my screen, it looks like an L.
L.A. Or LL Cool Panda. LL Cool J.
Panda. Mama said knock you out.
Mama said get my name right.
Fuck you, bitch.
So yeah, man, I don't know. It's fucking nuts, everything that's going on with the gaming industry. I'm not going to get on a big rant about that, but I am telling you, dude, like, I've been so fucking mad with gaming lately. So yeah, sorry for going on another rant, but someone needs to fucking say something, man. I think all of us, man, if every gamer just said, you know what, we're not paying so many dollars for a new game, we're just not gonna fucking buy it. That first month, I guarantee you, they would have a sale that not only makes it down to $60, it'd be fucking $40. They did that with Doom. When Doom came out in 2016, and that was a big piece of shit, literally 2 months afterwards, I'm not saying like that's the worst game ever, I just wasn't into it, but it didn't have a bunch of sales, and 2 months after it came out, it was literally free on PS Plus, guys. All you had to do was wait 2 months, and you would have saved $60 fucking. And then Doom Eternal was already half off 3 months after that came out, and that actually was a piece of shit. And Animal Crossing beat the fuck out of it. It whooped its ass. Fucking Isabel over there just stomping on that devil's fucking head and squishing it to the ground, saying, "Hey."
$1,000 Gucci sweaters, and God knows how much else she's taking from the mayor's taxes.
And dude, that Doom Slayer is still paying off Tim Nook.
That's what she deserves.
What about the people of the town? Why does the mayor have to invest all his money? That's the point of a collective tax.
Yeah, man.
It's what she deserves. She does everything.
JD Pan, a really good idea, though, man. Yeah, definitely wait to see how polished it is. And Bad Boy saying the game industry is 50 years old and still acting like it's in a college frat. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. And everyone forgot about the 1980s. The game crash happened.
I was just about to say I hate it because I was hate to mention, like, Nick is kind of right when he brings on this aspect. You kind of need another crash to happen. You've developed a monopoly system. We and you have disagreed with this, but this is actually an outcome of the monopoly system because you have only like really 3 major players going on. Mm-hmm. It's not like they keep it in track of quality service. It's gone to the other direction where they know you only got 2 other dealers to get your shit from. So if they set up a market standard where, like, yeah, we let loose on some of these things, like
continue on, by the way, Corey's calling me, but okay. He just hung up on me. Well, Corey.
Well, that worked out.
We also got a quick follow from, I think, Roy King.
Oh,
Roy, what's up, Roy King? Thank you for the follow. But the point is, when it comes to the way the games companies are doing this, is they know you have nowhere else to go. Steam is already kind of bought out, but even Steam doesn't produce games. When's the next Half-Life coming out, y'all? So they're just selling other shit that people are producing. And when you get down to the few producers that are actually making video games, they have so many other subsidiary companies that it's hard to keep track of who's the main controller of different video game corporations because they all have the fucking pots into each other's markets. And what that does is it kind of makes a artificial standard where gaming companies will release some shit that's broken Because one, they know you'll buy it and they'll get their $60 return that they can eventually put $20, even $30 towards patching it, or in Nick's case, even get more sales out of like dummies that will buy the 30 or 50% off of it, or just play it to give it a longer shelf life because they got DLC features that you can buy once you play the free version. It's because we've developed this kind of monopoly that you see them working together on these fucked up deals. That's why pay to play is such a big thing, because everyone could adopt it. Once you see like the market come overhead and like the amount of like shitty service and shitty product outpace the money that's coming in, you're gonna see a crash and I think honestly the rise of a lot of indie developers, especially as the programs and the technology develop in house, like a 30+ team smaller, is getting much stronger now that they can compete with so much on somewhat level of AAA gamings. I think you're going to see the rise of more smaller studios that actually do dedicate their time to their craft because they have the finances or they have the dedicated labor to the creative craft to put into it. And that's going to increase the competition when it comes to AAA titles. The problem is it right now, why there needs to be a crash, is they have too much buy-in money right now. Like how many like third-party studios do we see that are going to come up that they just get bought out before they become competing studios? Hell, even Rockstar is one of them. They're bought by Take-Two.
Yeah. No, exactly. And JD Panda, a great point too. He's in the Avengers game, falls into the same business bullshit as well. Yeah, they really fucking that was some bullshit with Avengers, man. Yeah. By the way, too, I might end up leaving again soon. I don't know if Corey got a message over there in the Double Toes of chat. Corey, if you're listening right now, I tried to answer your call, but my phone is a piece of shit and it fucking died on me. And I'm trying to turn it back on right now, as you guys can hear. Good old T-Mobile. Hey there, T-Mobile. You guys have a really good fucking dingle there, or not dingle. What's it called? Wow. Jingle. That's
wow. Yo, T-Mobile, he checked your dick out. He likes your service. You too can get a fucking deal on your T-Mobile dingle if you put Nick 420 inside your fucking box.
I can't believe I said that in the stream. I really like your dingle there. That's so fucking stupid.
No, if this stream was brought to you by AT&T, it'd be shutting down right now, and I can say that as a Comcast.
Yeah, yeah, you ought to fuck up too, huh?
I was. You know what? I was talking about AT&T, and they fuck up too.
They certainly do. Yeah, man. Oh, there you go, Corey.
Hold on. All right. By the way, this story is just for comedy, just in case Nick gets sued. But like, did the dude from AT&T cut your fucking cable on the way out?
Yeah. It wasn't AT, it was Cox, but
Cox, yeah.
It really fits the name of the whole fucking thing.
And they fucked you before they.
Then the next guy comes and he's just like, "Hey man, like you should have called a long time ago. What the fuck? It doesn't work." It's like, that's how you are here. That was the link that got me to get you to come here to fix my shit. How is it my fault?
As much as I love it. So, Bad Boy, are you talking about the Master Chief Collection?
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, I haven't had a lot of issues with the Master Chief Collection. I feel like that's actually pretty cool that they gave you so many games.
It is, but let's be honest, it is exactly that.
Yeah. But you might say, seriously, Nintendo, when are you going to get another fucking F-Zero game? Dude, here's the thing. There's so many F-Zero copies that are out there, man. Like, I agree with you. They should definitely, that's a big fucking franchise. They should bring
Do y'all really want it, though?
I never played F-Zero, so I can't.
Because here's my thing. Like, Nick's about to go into it, but like I kind of interrupted him. I'm sorry for that. But like, it is a valid point. There's been other games that have done the F-Zero shit that just doesn't have Falcon Punch in it.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Yeah, like I was saying, I want Prime 4 more. Wes Pickleton says, I just want F-Zero Online. Seeing that would be kind of cool, but they went out with Hollywood Video. Yeah, dude, I remember Hollywood Video was a shit. Game Crazy was awesome. I loved all that stuff. But Metroid, I don't know why they haven't really touched on Metroid more. They should have brought that back a while ago. So
they brought it back with like one game, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't well liked.
Yeah, was it on the GameCube?
I think it was on Team Ninja made in. People were like not having it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense. But yeah, guys, I don't know. It's just fucking crazy, dude. Not to go into, we're gonna finally end off the fucking gaming rant and start ranting about something else that you guys like. But yeah, dude.
Fucking Dexter.
Not even that yet, man. We'll probably hold off on Dexter a little bit. We'll see how that goes. Can't even talk about anything that's on our fucking thumbnails. But
that last season was trash. I agree.
Fuck it. You know what? Yeah, Dexter Revival.
All right, okay. You want to just rush into this shit? All right, let's do it. All right, I love the Dexter series. It's one of the first cartoons that I watched.
You're fucking stupid. No, the horror movie, the horror show.
Oh, bullshit.
Well, what you think they were?
I thought it was a cartoon. Trey lied to me.
Oh my god.
I was so hyped.
You were so excited to talk about like Yeah, well,
Let's fucking go. They bring back fucking Dexter's board. They're gonna bring back fucking Kurt the Cowardly Dog. Let's fucking go.
Hey, can you blame me? Animaniacs released a fucking bomb-ass trailer just 2 days ago.
that was a great trailer, actually. That was pretty
I
awesome.
thought everything was coming back, Jet.
That might be.
I mean,
You got. I don't know if you guys saw that poster, but Rugrats is coming back in the 3D style.
Okay, so I'm not wrong to assume that I was talking about Dexter's Laboratory.
Oh, man. Yeah. I don't know.
They didn't say Dexter's laboratory. They just said Dexter.
All right, the reason I assume you guys were talking about Dexter's Laboratory is because when Trey said the last season was trash, the last season of Dexter's Laboratory was trash too.
I mean, I don't know. I will say, though, the last season of Dexter, regular Dexter, the fucking topic, you jackass, that even has the thumbnail on the fucking thing. He's all wrapped up in plastic and shit.
When you showed me the thumbnail, I realized we weren't talking about the same Dexter.
Motherfucker.
What were you even gonna bring up with Dexter with just Dexter's lab coming back?
It doesn't even matter because it's not coming back.
Jesus. Well, here's the thing. This revival's coming back. Here's the thing. It's still going to star Michael C. Hall, which is, you can't do Dexter without Michael C. Hall. But at the same time, it's like, dude, this fucking guy and this show, this character, I don't mean, because I don't know shit about Michael Hall. But, like, dude, that last season was so fucking bad. And I only read about it, guys. I actually legitimately stopped watching Dexter because of the bad reviews. And I was still a watcher of the show and was just, like, worried that I was going to get way too far into something and then just be completely upset. I hate fucking going through the journey of binging an entire series only for it to end in the shittiest way. So my memories, personally, still ended up pretty good.
So you're not
Game of
watching
Thrones
Game of
was-
Thrones?
Well, in my opinion, Game of Thrones was always bad. But that's neither here or there. But looking at Dexter, though, it's like, how much more can you do? If you guys don't know what Dexter is basically about this fucking cop who is a detective. He goes around and he he looks around blood splatters and everything and figures out like the story behind some of the murders. The problem is he has an addiction of murdering, and in order for him not to be this big awful villain, he becomes kind of like an anti-hero by killing other villains. He kills others.
I mean, he's already a cop, so he already got that part down.
Well, this was back in 2008 when everyone was still like, "Oh, cops are great. God bless America," and the whole fucking thing. But here's the thing, though. So like he does that, and they did that for fucking like 2 seasons. Then you had John Lithgow from 30 Rock and a bunch of other shit. John Lithgow's done a lot of stuff. But he kind of ruins Dexter's life. We get rid of that villain. Then they get so fucking desperate to keep like pushing the envelope and making things weird. Because in real life he was married to his in-character sister. And they literally got in fights, by the way, because she found out in real life that he was cheating on her with one of the cast members, who was then killed off the show. And because everyone knew all these scandals, literally in the show, he starts fucking his sister in the show.
What?
Yeah, because he's married to her in real life. So, as an actor or whatever, a writer or whatever, like, they're fine with it. They're like, oh, yeah, I mean, I fuck you all the time anyways. But they're literally going through a divorce. They're going through all this shit. They hate each other in real life. But yet someone wrote them in to literally have sex with each other. Totally does not fit the storyline for either of these characters. Because, keep in mind, he might be a psychopath. He's a serial killer and everything. But he's self-aware enough to know what's right, wrong, normal, etc. This fucking dude...
Doesn't his dad have it too? Isn't it treated like a disease?
Yeah. So it's fucking ridiculous. And now that, I'm not going to spoil the complete ending, even though that's the last spoilers I even said right there, but it's like, there's a definitive ending. Where
I'm going to be honest. I phased out while you were talking about it. It's like, that's a lot of shit. And then all of a sudden you're just like, yeah, so then he starts fucking his sister.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. But
then they're going through a divorce in real life, and then this, and then one person shot another person, and there was an orgy.
And then we don't even know who was driving the plane. But no, so, that whole thing was happening, and they had a definitive ending, and now they're bringing it back, and I'm like, there's nothing left to tell about the story. Now, here's the thing. This is going to get a deal with Showtime. That's going to be the TV series that they're referring to, and that's cool. But I will say, Showtime has a way of doing lots of good shit sometimes, but they haven't done anything really that special ever since Dexter was actually on the air. Everything they did afterwards was really good docuseries, limited series, lots of, autobiography, shit like that. They never really did another real big show. And I just feel like this is just a very sad attempt at trying to compete with Hulu, Netflix, Amazon, etc. Mm-hmm. And while this is happening, and this is something that you and Roxy can definitely jump in on, because I know you guys probably care more about this than anybody else.
I mean, I watched the early seasons of
about this next
Dexter.
No,
Okay,
not the next thing, because like the next thing is this whole Amazon thing. In response to this, maybe not in response, but they are actually ordering up a I Know What You Did Last Summer television series from James Wan. And
why?
that's a great question. Why do you think why? By the way, like, how much do you remember this stuff?
I can tell you right now, just from this fucking promo image you showed me, they're trying to get that teen dweeb fucking demographic that's coming up now, the future revolutionary fighters, like to call them. But they got to deal with this fucking corporate ass pandering shit. This is just gonna be what the fucking Twilight was for us growing up in middle school, and then what fucking Smallville was for the people older than us. I see through the lies, Jedi's.
No, because like this is actually still from the movie though, from way back in the '90s.
Okay, so this one's got that '90s look. All right, I was scared because that shit was looking straight out of fucking a CW show.
Yeah, which I mean that's how the movie looked. I mean it was back in the people refer to that era.
Everything looked like the CW show back then.
Yeah, I mean that Actor Scream, everything was considered the MTV horror era. That's what they call that era of movies. But yeah, we're got to play discussing that Sarah Goodman, producer of Gossip Girl and Preacher, is going to be writing and producing alongside James Wan. And yeah, it's the new I Know What You Did Last Summer series, which by the way, like
still right, Gossip Girl.
Gossip Girl, yep. I just want to say that when it comes to doing horror movie adaptations, sometimes people will bring something out of something of quality to the small screen and don't necessarily make the best business decisions. Like for me, I think that like when you get really awesome shows like The Exorcist show, do you remember that shit that came out like 8 years ago?
I was about to say, do you remember Teen Wolf?
That was another one. Yeah, exactly. Teen Wolf, the Hannibal series.
Oh, that was trash too.
Oh, that was trash. I thought Hannibal.
Yeah,
was...
I did. I thought it was all right for a show, I guess.
Yeah, but like Hannibal ended at season 2. They didn't even get to finish the fucking storyline. There was a Kevin Bacon show called The Following that was on USA Network. That was also another horror show. And
USA Network. That place is where your show goes to die before its second season.
I mean, you say that, but WWE Raw, you know.
That don't count.
It's episodic.
That's like saying like fucking NFL's the longest running fucking show on ABC, bro. That don't count.
Dude, I'm on season 40,000 of NFL Sunday.
Fuck you. Technicalities and shit.
You know what's funny is like I actually know what season Cops is on.
All right, what is it?
29. I believe it's 29. I could be wrong.
Wait. The Simpsons has more episodes than Cops?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a couple times where Cops was like, "Listen, man, that dude shot at us. Let's just wait another year, okay?" That's dangerous.
We got to give our filming crew some time to recuperate after that carjacking they were a part of.
Well, there was even a year, I think it was like 4 years ago, one of the producers got shot at McDonald's. They went into there, and it was supposed to be like a regular, like, "Hey, do you got meth?" And the guy shot the cameraman, and the cops were like, "Oh, fuck. They're not going to air that one." Like, holy shit.
Fuck, they skipped my episode, dog. I knew it was going to fucking get skipped when he got shot in the leg.
Yeah, man. And yet still the next cameraman is like, uh-oh. Just extra nervous. You would notice that everything was like filmed from outside after that.
Fuck, the cameraman and Live PD. Now those some fucking like war type journalists, man. They went to the shit. Like they were getting shot at and shit. It was great.
Yeah. But like I said, though, as far as those like horror shows that can't that happen or whatever, they still don't make enough money to legitimize their potential and success. So the fact that every successful James Wan movie has done so well, I think this might be a good idea, especially with Sarah Goodman. Gossip Girl. Everyone knows Gossip Girl, and Preacher did pretty good, despite nerds.
I can't think of Gossip Girl without thinking of. I saw a meme one time, and it was just like, "I gotta go pee, go piss, girl." So I can't think of Gossip Girl without thinking of Go Piss Girl.
Fucking choking my water. Go Piss Girl is so fucking stupid.
So I think Emacs been asking you the same question for a while.
Oh, he says, "Hey Diaz, Johansson or Larson as Samus at the Make a Metro movie?" Yeah, Scarlett Johansson would be good, but here's the thing though, man. Anything that's actually very tech noir or very like action packed like that, like in a Metroid game, people are gonna think of Ghost in the Shell. Scarlett really fucked up taking that role, man. Like, I don't know if you guys feel the same way in the chat here, but like, I think Scarlett Johansson needs to stay away from that kind of thing. Stick with the Marvel checks. They'll pay her fucking bills, and just keep doing that. Because it's just fucking rough, man. That movie really. I remember I watched that with you, Ganja, and I was bitching that whole fucking time.
Mm-hmm. It was great.
That was a bad fucking movie, dude. That shit.
I love watching a movie where Diaz just loses his shit.
God, it's so fucking annoying. But back to I Know What You Did Last Summer. My only issue, however, is just like I feel like this is one of those things where lots of these horror movie adaptations come out, And I think they know that their audience are just horror fans that just want to see a continuation of the story. And I think this needs to not be a sequel story arc. Like, they need to just, like, redo the whole shit and just start. Because, like, I don't know. Do you remember the first movie, by the way, Ganja?
Actually, I don't.
It was actually a mystery. It wasn't very supernatural. Like, I mean, you watched it and you're used to Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, blah, blah, blah. But, like, for the most part, you really didn't know for sure if this guy that they, you know, quote-unquote ran over, or whatever the fuck may be, you didn't know if he was, like, this guy who's never going to die. And, like, oh, how did they know what I did last summer? You kind of thought, like, maybe it was a friend or something, kind of like Scream, where someone's pretending to be somebody else. So that was, like, a cool concept. And imagine a season of that where, like, you have, like, little reveals, like, maybe multiple people know what they did last summer, whatever the fuck. But, Roxy, I know that you had to have watched this way back in the day. What do you feel about this getting a TV series?
My dick is soft. That's how I honestly feel about it. Now that you mentioned Gossip Girl, just going off of the assumption, I'm just expecting ABC Family type of horror.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting much in terms of gore. They're probably going to go really hard in terms of the teenager drama aspect. Like, oh my God, Billy died right before I was supposed to go to prom with him. Who could have killed him? Was it the bitchy cheerleader Sarah who don't fucking like me? Or is it the quote unquote ghetto non-minority person, because we're 2020 and to do that in this year is wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, which one is it? Who could it be? Is it my mom? It might be my mom.
Might be my mom.
Just, I'm expecting a lot more focus on the drama, the aspects, the romances, as opposed to more of the actual, like, death.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I feel like they even lost sight of with the third movie. Because the second movie is still whatever. I mean, we won't get into that, but like the third movie got supernatural and was a body count film that just sucked. It was nothing like the fucking what the first one was. Marissa's saying, you mean Jack Black in the sequel, Roxy? Yeah, because he was basically that guy. He was a white version of what they would put a minority character as. And I feel like that movie really helped out Jack Black. I think people are like, oh, I want to see more of him. He's fucking stupid. So, yeah, man. I don't know what to really say as far as like what I expect out of this. I can only talk about what I want, and all I want is just for them to redo this fucking story, make it a mystery, and then maybe the last few episodes go and do the body count thing. But like, I don't know, man. This is not a fucking big character. It's like if we can't get a Jason fucking series or a Freddy series, and you give it to the guy with no fucking name. Like, what's this guy's name? Hook Boy?
I don't know how you feel in terms of story, but for me personally, I want suspense. And I'm not talking about like, oh my God, I dropped a fucking glass bottle down the hallway because, my dad drank too much. But anyways, like you hear like something falling down a hallway and then you pan to some random bitch's face for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that. I want genuine, like, build up genuine suspense. Like, I want to feel anxiety, not maybe necessarily like I almost said broken gems. What
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
Like I don't necessarily want like constant high tension like I got with Uncut Gems, but I do definitely want to feel that tension that like, okay, well, what's gonna happen? Is this person gonna go through with this choice, with that choice? Is it gonna be like completely out of left field and just be like a fake out? Like, I want genuine tension with this. And then leading up to, like, the hook slasher thing.
I was going to say what I really want is, and Jet's going to hate me for this shit. I want something like a movie that we watched a few months ago. Do you know what I'm going to say, Jet?
You say Fatal Affair, I'll stab you.
No. I still strongly feel that movie was okay. But I want to see something like The Rental. This is a movie it's basically Airbnb horror, which I think that's a whole genre of horror now. There's like 10 fucking movies that came out recently about Airbnbs and just being scared with your friends. But one thing I really liked about this movie is that when you weren't worried about a serial killer, you're worried about a pervert, then you're worried about, these two couples basically cheating on each other and then trying to hide that they're cheating on each other and then like trying not to hurt their feelings by being honest about the cheating on each other. Lots of like really like tense stuff that wasn't even about the killing yet. The killing only happens in the last fucking like 30 minutes. This is all about like not
30
trusting.
minutes, you mean the last fucking 15.
Pretty much,
So basically a Midwestern town.
Pretty much, yeah. And I mean, and granted, I this movie is very, very like minimalistic. Like, there's no people in this movie. It's just 4 people and you're just with them the entire time. But it makes you start like you kind of care, but then you also relate to it because it's like, you know, I mean, we're all in relationships. You know what I mean? It's just like you start hating characters because they're actual scumbags, and then it's like, okay, well, this character, everything that's gonna happen in this movie is based on them hiding that they're cheating. So that's like a whole other fucking crazy thing. But then it's like, what's the reaction going to be? Is someone in the house and get so mad they're going to kill the other person? And it's so fucking chaotic. And, you know, I don't know. It's like, it didn't have to have a dude in a hockey mask chasing you. It was just fucking, I don't know, it's just rough the entire time. I love shit like that. So if this does something like that, like Ganja brought up earlier, he's like, I don't want another Dawson's Creek type fucking show. You might get that. But if they can blend it in with the rental, you know.
I mean, if you like pump it up full of like problematic steroids, like the preacher's sleeping with like the mailman's wife or some shit like that, you could pump it up a little bit, then maybe it'll be a bit more interesting.
Yeah. Plus, too, I've always wanted like a horror 90210 or Seventh Heaven. You know what I mean? Like Seventh Heaven, and then like instead of that baby being all cute, like a monster kills him and eats him. Like, I don't know.
I've never seen Seventh Heaven, so I have no fucking idea what you're talking about.
I watched Seventh Heaven to impress a girl, and I accidentally
What?
Yeah, I was trying to get this girl to like me, and I knew she was in the Seventh Heaven because she was a dumb chick. So we were just talking, and she's like, "Oh my god, she's in Seventh Heaven last night. Leslie is such a fucking blah blah blah," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I agree." And then, dude, when Barbara like kissed the other thing, she's like, Barbara's a baby." And I was like, all right, yeah, I don't know. And I just walked away, and I never talked to her again. I actually thought about like just throwing her like down some stairs so even she couldn't tell her friends. It was really embarrassing for me.
You should just played off like, oh shit, not Barbara.
Yeah, and by the way, I know those characters, those names are not real for the show, but it's been fucking 20 years. I don't remember. But yeah, Marissa saying, I think I told you this story before. He said, I think I have my rental limit. Oh, okay, you're about to tell me the story. I'll read that in a bit then, sir. But anyways, yeah, that's I Know What You Did Last Summer. And the last thing I want to talk about before we get the fuck out of here, I don't know how true this is, guys, but I actually went to the official site to see if this is true. News story came out that AMC found a new way to see if they can make some fucking money. And apparently that way is to rent out theaters for $99. And I was like, bullshit.
Cinemark's been doing that too.
What else is?
Cinemark.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, at least the one in my town. I can't speak for everybody, so don't go fucking attacking me on some bullshit in the fucking comments. But for me, in my personal fucking town that I'm about to move out of in like 5 days.
Wow.
They're having like where you can host parties, wedding events, anniversaries, what the fuck ever. And that's what you pay to rent out the whole movie theater.
Yeah, so it's kind of impressive that they want to do this. And I mean, this is the official. This is AMCtheaters.com, guys. So this is for real. This is no.
Imagine buying out all the fucking theaters so no one can see shit.
Yeah, that would be cool. And $99. Think about this, man.
I do that, Tal.
Well, here's the thing too, though. I'm thinking as well. It's like if a bunch of us go, that's actually kind of a good deal because you can fit 20 people. This says host a personal screening for one, or make it a private party for 20 people total. That's not too bad if everyone pitches in. And then,
all right. If we're gonna do it like that, we gotta have thermometers at the door. Okay. Not only that, you have to have been COVID tested within the last week or two. And if you lie on this form, I have the right to sue you in case of COVID turns up on my next test.
You gotta wear a mask.
And you gotta wear a mask.
But here's my issue.
Socially distance away from me. And if you cough, I'll deck you in the fucking face.
I will say, the only thing I don't like about this, though, is I go over here to look at the movies that you can watch. Because here's the thing. I'll bring a flash drive, motherfuckers. Let me watch what I want to watch. But they only have you watch these fucking movies. The Empire Strikes Back 40th anniversary. Why would I want to watch that bullshit? Alita Battle Angel? Yeah. Unhinged. Get the fuck out of here.
That's like people who play Skyrim in 2020. Ain't nobody doing that shit.
Yeah.
There is
Jurassic Park. Actually, I will watch Jurassic Park again. But Lights Out? Like, that's so random. Who the fuck wants to watch Lights Out? No one has asked to see this movie and so on. Hocus Pocus, maybe. You know?
But hell yeah.
What's with this random ass selection of fucking movies?
Yeah, it's like, dude, let me bring my flash drive and I can put whatever the fuck else I want in there.
$20, put your own high drive in there.
We got 10,000. We got 10,000 BC. We got Meet the Spartans. We got the BFG.
We got Pee Wee's.
Hey, that's the movie that got Jet disowned.
No, man, but like I just
That wasn't me. That was my mom that picked out that fucking movie.
the big fucking giant.
Flashbacks just reading off that list of movies to when I was like picking out porn tapes for the old man back at the old folks' home.
Miss Roxy, please give me gangbang 26.
I wanna fuck.
I rather remember back when my hips worked.
That's what I wanna do. I wanna fuck.
I'm relatively young and my hips still crack when I get up from a chair.
Like I'm wondering, I'm gonna look through this fucking thing. I'm like, is it different for each place? Like, let me see. What's the initials for Florida? FL.
Yep.
Let's look that up. Let's look.
Sometimes FLA. That's the new thing now. I hate it.
But let me see. I'm trying to look through here. Can't find Orlando, which is fucking crazy. Let me see. I know it's like kind of awkward, guys, but you know what? Nick Diaz doesn't like to do things ahead of time because he's fucking stupid. Look at Fort Lauderdale.
Do it live. Fuck it.
But here's the thing. So I actually went here. I selected an AMC theater. I went to Fort Lauderdale.
I'm aware of Fort Lauderdale.
Fort. Same fucking movies. Same movies. Fucking bullshit. Let me look.
Damn, it's region locked.
Let me look at Denver, Colorado. That's where you live, right, sir?
G shit.
G shit, bro. Yeah, Cherry Crack. All right.
That's actually my movie theater. And if you try to go there, catch me slipping. I do carry.
Do they give you like food, but like bigger food than like regular popcorn and shit, and like booze?
Possibly, yeah. Well, I mean, like I know, like the ones, the AMC theaters I have over here because I'm bougie. They have a whole like bar right when you walk in. You go to the left side and there's a whole fucking.
I'm not Mr. Coleman. I am very, very much Second Amendment, and I advise he do the same.
Yeah, man. So this is what it is, guys. But I just want to let y'all know that you guys can actually do this now if you guys really care about saving the industry. God, they really need their money. We're the fucking AMC when you need money.
I don't. All right, controversial opinion. I don't give a fuck about the movie theaters.
I don't even think that's controversial anymore, man. I think people are just like, you know what? You guys don't care about us.
There's some people right now in the Twitch comment that's just going to have a fucking aneurysm that's watching us just to hate watch us. The fact that I just said that. But like honestly, man, like when it comes to the movie theater experience, for the longest time, the service and quality has been dropping to the point that they sell you alcohol so you can pretend that it's a fucking better service quality at a fucking up rate charge. They don't even be nice and let you bring your own food, maybe at like a discount price ticket or maybe as an increase. Hey, you can bring your shed bar and you can, but pay us an extra $2 because you're not buying the food and that really what's make us money. That way you can make a difference. That's fine. They're not even willing to work with their customer base. This whole time they've just been exploiting the fucking customers because it's been the only fucking monopoly to go fucking watch movies on the big screen. And they ran this whole campaign in the 90s and early 2000s that you ain't a real fucking cinema appreciator if you watch it on a little screen because they want to combat fucking movie pirating. But other than that, there's no real reason I cannot put on my fucking great fucking audio headphones. And maybe you can put on VR now at this point because they got special VR programs to watch movies in like widescreen and high def that looks like you're in a goddamn theater. There's hardly any reason to go to a movie theater except for the experience with your friends. And with this bullshit list, you can't even choose your own movies. They're not even doing that part right.
Yeah,
like they deserve it.
Back. That's the thing.
I'm a little biased on movie theaters, I'll admit, because there's one in my town that literally, I shit you not, in a day, 5 people drop Glocks throughout the day, clipping everything.
Damn.
And then the other one is like, the worst thing you hear of it is like, oh, a baby threw up in the bathroom. I'd rather deal with a baby throwing up in the bathroom than like people dropping Glocks everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just wonder, like, what does drop, like, because, like, sometimes my voice takes over my entire mind, and I'm like, oh, am I white? So what does drop blocks mean? Like, or drop Glocks?
No, drop a Glock.
Yeah, like, so they just go in there and be like, hey, yo, I'm turning it in, and they just drop the Glock in the trash, or, like, or they shoot?
No. Like, say,
are they clumsy? Like, whoa, shit, dog. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Say, like, you're sitting at the movie, you're getting your stuff ready, you're getting ready to sit down, and then a gun just falls out your pocket.
Damn.
So we've had dudes who would come in here, and they were all dudes. One dude I remember, he dropped a Glock coming into the theater. People panicked. The second one was a dude who dropped it on his way out of the theater in the middle of a movie. The third one was in the main, like, dining area, concession area.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth one was in the bathroom. The fifth one was right by the entrance. And it went off at the front entrance. So, of course.
I'm just like, I'm literally amazed. I'm just like, this is fucking ridiculous, dude.
So if you go to that movie theater, don't. But if you have to, because it is significantly cheaper, just don't bring your gun.
Yeah, don't drop Glocks.
Leave it in the car or something. No, it got so bad to the point where they had to install metal detectors, or they have like a dude by the door with a wand.
He could still drop the Glock at that point. He's like, hey, you got a Glock? Oh, sorry, here you go, sir. Whoa, shit, whoa. And then just drop it and...
Oh, sorry, sir. I didn't put my Glock in my vehicle before I came in here. I apologize.
I was saying, man, it's your fault. I wasn't going to pull the Glock out, and then you're like, hey, turn it in, and I dropped it. It's kind of your fault.
See, that's the thing, Mauricio. You said in the ghetto. You made an assumption. No, these were all white men.
No, white people can have ghettos, too. Why are you trying to take away things from white people?
The surrounding area is a nice area.
I like how no one got mad when I said that. I thought I was going to get yelled at.
That's facts.
No, man, because, no, that's the thing. By the way, white ghettos are just fucking awful. I'd much rather, well, okay, I would say I'd much rather do a Mexican ghetto, but then I don't know what the fuck anyone's saying, so that's also a whole layer of scary, People could be saying something nice to me, like, hey, ¿cómo estás? And I'm just like,
that's why I'm here.
Yeah. No, you be talking shit too. Hey, yeah, Joto, or whatever.
No, look, I told you before we were in Miami when people talking shit about us, I told you guys literally word for word what they said.
True, but it didn't help me.
And I responded back. You saw me, like, literally with my own voice. I shut down an entire, like, airport thing wherever you pull up and get into a taxi. I shut that whole thing down. People who were talking shit about us at Starbucks, I yelled at them to fucking fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. But I will say, though, I appreciate you telling me what they're saying in Spanish, but when I am looking the way I look, and then I walk by a bunch of young, skinny kids, and then I hear the word gordo, it's like, gordo sounds fat. Like, I am fully aware what they are saying. It's just like they look at me, and I'm like, just like, and they're just like, yeah, gordo, fat fuck, whatever. It's like, I know what the fuck they're saying, okay? God damn it. I would say the same about me too in English.
That's a horrible thing, though. They didn't call you ugly. They didn't call you, like, this fucking broken down, busted ass, low titty, hanging ass bitch. They literally just called you, like, hey, he kind of fat.
Oh. What the shit? Okay, now I'm actually upset that the insult sucked. It's like, I'm way fatter than kind of fat. What the fuck is that? What do I gotta do to get some fucking respect around here? Anyways,
no, I can't stand them kids either way. Regardless of how you look, how perfect, or how whatever ideals and shit like that, they're always gonna talk shit about you. So,
man, that's why I don't want to know shit, man. I don't want to know how to speak those languages. I'm gonna be walking by and someone's gonna be saying some shitty thing, and I'm gonna be like, what, man, fuck you. Like, I
don't like telling people I know how to speak Spanish, because then they start like acting up a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just stay quiet, let you hang yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'll let you have it.
Exactly. That's the way you gotta fucking do it. But anyways, guys, that's all the topics we got today. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here now. Ganja Guru, why don't you tell people where to find you, because we are gonna go and let them watch them double toast it.
You can find me over at the Metropolis Collective on the Facebooks, where me and the great Ruthless Wonder and the Birdman checks and you talk about politics, cultural stuff, and of course break down the shit that's going on today. But what?
I'm just typing you up, man.
I got scared. But you go check out Cedric Pharrell Williams and his Sportcast show where he talks about sports and his little shoes.
Who?
His little shoes.
Little shoes. Peace out, guys. Have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow for the pre-show of the 8-Bit Crowds. We're playing some video games. See you guys tomorrow. Goodbye. God bless. All of that.
Shit.